Hi there, I'm Colin Lott from Drive School of Motoring, and today we're going to be looking at reverse parking into a parking bay. Okay, so the first thing we need to do is make sure we've got the correct position to start the manoeuvre. So we need to be at 90-degree angle to the bay that we're going to be parking into. If I can just shift you guys around a little bit and show you exactly where we're going to be lining up. Okay, so this is the bay that we're going to be lining up to get into. Alright, so the first thing we need to do is just move forward. We're going to be finishing in this bay, so we're going to need to count 3 lines from that bay. So that's line number 1. Come up now to line number 2, and we're going to be finishing here at line number 3. And we're going to line up directly with the line number 3 there. Okay, so let me just switch you guys back round again. And what we're going to do basically is make sure that that line that we've just looked at is, there we are, make sure that line we just looked at is dead in line with my shoulder. Okay, so we're looking directly across at 90 degrees to that line, and we're bang in line with that, so that's where we're going to start the manoeuvre from. Okay, so all we need to do now is we're going to put it into reverse, we're going to set a little bit of gas, we're going to bring the clutch just up to the biting point, we're now ready to move the car. Okay, so we're going to do a little check around, starting from the right shoulder, finishing over the left shoulder, and then we can look out the back as we go in. So we release the handbrake, and again using clutch control, keeping the car really slow, we're just going to start turning towards the bay that we're going to be parking into. So you notice we're using a full lock, which is 1.5 turns. We're just going to look around again to make sure it's all nice and safe. There are no pedestrians and no other vehicles coming. We're going to keep the car moving while we look around, keep looking out the back. Again, we're going to look around again. Okay, and then what we need to do next is, just as we're coming into the bay, we're just going to have a quick sneak in both of those mirrors. So there's a line in the left hand mirror, there's a line in the right hand mirror, so all we need to do now is take that steering back off again. Yeah, now we're just slightly out of square, so I'm just going to put a little bit of steering onto the right just to square the whole car up in the bay. That's absolutely fine. So we're looking out the back to see how close we are to the wall, looking over the right shoulder to make sure we know how close we are to anything on that side, and that's absolutely fine. So handbrake on, into neutral, and that's basically how we reverse into a bay. Okay, so if you need any more detailed information on that, then you can find me at info@driveschoolofmotoring.com, and until I see you next time, drive safely.